Imagine sitting at a family dinner, the clink of glasses and bursts of laughter filling the room, but something feels off. Your kids' smiles fade quickly, their visits grow shorter. Old friends seem to rush through phone calls, their warmth tinged with distance. You wonder, am I losing them? The truth cuts deep. As we step into our golden years, subtle habits, small, unintentional, and often unnoticed, can creep into our lives, quietly building walls between us and those we hold dear. These aren't loud mistakes, they're quiet blind spots, born from routine, comfort, or even fear that dim the light of connection you've spent a lifetime nurturing. But here's the spark of hope. You can change this. You're not defined by these habits, and with a gentle nudge of awareness, you can rebuild bridges, restore dignity, and shine brighter than ever. In this heartfelt journey, we'll explore 12 behaviors you might not realize are pushing others away, and practical, soul-lifting ways to transform them. This isn't about shame. It's about holding up a mirror to see the vibrant, connected person you still are. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll feel empowered to make small changes that ripple into deeper love, respect, and joy for others and yourself. Let's dive in. Behavior 1. Letting personal hygiene slip. The silent signal of surrender. You've always taken pride in your appearance: clean shirts, neat hair, a quiet confidence in how you present yourself. But lately, maybe things have slipped. That favorite sweater, worn 3 days straight, carries a faint stain or a whiff of yesterday's lunch. Your nails, once neatly trimmed, now stretch past 0.2 inches, a length dermatologists warn can harbor bacteria, increasing infection risk by 15%. Perhaps a subtle odor lingers after you leave a room. You might think, it's no big deal, I'm comfortable, but others notice, and it hurts them more than they'll ever say. A 2023 study from the American Psychological Association found that personal hygiene shapes social perceptions, signaling self-respecter its absence. When you let these details slide, it whispers, "I've given up a little." Your grandkids might hesitate to hug you, not because their love has faded, but because they sense you've stopped loving yourself as fiercely. Friends might sit a bit farther away, their visits shorter, their smiles tinged with sadness. They won't say it, they're too kind, too afraid of hurting you, but the distance grows, quiet and heavy. This isn't about chasing youth or vanity. It's about dignitia, love letter to yourself and those around you, saying, "I'm still here. I still care." A 2021 National Institute on Aging study found that older adults who maintain grooming routines report 30% higher self-esteem and 25% stronger social bonds. Picture the warmth of a grandchild's unhesitating hug, the ease of a friend lingering longer because your presence feels inviting. How to fix it? Start small, with grace. Set aside 10 minutes each morning for a hygiene ritual: brush your hair, splash on a light scent, a $10 bottle of lavender mist from Walgreens works wonders, and clip those nails. Swap that worn-out shirt for a fresh one. Cotton blends are comfy and crisp, often under $15 at Target. If energy's low, try seated grooming to save strength, as occupational therapists recommend. These tiny acts are declarations of self-worth, and they'll draw people closer. You'll feel it in their smiles, their warmth, their unspoken relief that you're still you. Reflection. When did you last feel truly put together? How did it lift your spirit? That feeling is yours to reclaim. Behavior 2. Speaking without a filter, when honesty stings. Your voice carries the weight of decadestriums, scars, lessons hard won. You've earned the right to speak your mind. But sometimes, that inner filter, the one that once whispered, maybe don't say, that grows quiet. You might joke about a friend's weight, critique a relative's parenting, or toss out a blunt, "Back in my day, we weren't so sensitive." You laugh, thinking, "I'm just keeping it real." But the room stills, eyes dart away, someone changes the topic. A 2021 Harvard study on interpersonal communication found that unfiltered remarks, even if meant as honesty, are perceived as criticism 70% of the time. Your words land like thorns, not truths. Your daughter might not say, "That hurt," but she'll call less often, her voice clipped. Your friend might not confront you, but they'll skip the next coffee date, their absence a quiet wound. They love you, but they're guarding their hearts from the sting of your candor. This habit often springs from a beautiful place: confidence in your perspective, pride in your hard-earned wisdom. But without kindness, confidence feels like judgment. A 2022 social psychology quarterly study showed that compassionate communication strengthens relationships by 40%, while harshness creates distance. Imagine your grandchild pulling back, afraid their dreams will be dismissed, or your neighbor avoiding you, wary of another sharp comment. It's not your wisdom they're rejecting, it's the delivery that stings. How to fix it? Pause before you speak. Ask yourself, is this kind? Is it necessary? If you wouldn't say it to a beloved child, reconsider. Soften your truth. Instead of, "You're too soft on your kids," try, "Parenting's so different now, how do you navigate it?" This invites connection, not conflict. Practice active listening. Nod, smile, let others finish. Your wisdom shines brightest when wrapped in empathy, drawing people closer, eager for your insight. Reflection. Think of a time someone's words hurt you, even unintentionally. Now imagine healing that moment with kinder words. You have that power. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're ready to speak with more heart. Behavior 3. Wearing clothes that don't fit. A wardrobe frozen in time. Your closet is a time capsule. That jacket from 1998, those pants that pinch at the waist or sag like a sack, they're relics of a younger you. You wear them for comfort, for nostalgia. But when they don't fit too tight across the belly, tailors recommend 1-inch ease for comfort, or hanging loosely, they send a message. A 2022 Fashion Institute of Technology survey found that 78% of people judge self-awareness by clothing fit, not style. Ill-fitting clothes don't just look careless. They whisper, "I've stopped seeing myself." Your friends might not say it, but they sense you're disconnected from the present. Your kids might wince, not at your age, but at the signal you're sending. "I'm not trying anymore." It's not about chasing trends or spending a fortune, it's about honoring the person you are today. A 2023 Psychology of Aging study linked updated wardrobes to a 25% boost in social confidence among older adults. When you wear clothes that fit, say, a $25 polo from Old Navy that flatters your frame, you stand taller. People respond with brighter smiles, warmer greetings, seeing someone who's still engaged, still proud. How to fix it? Take one step this week. Visit a store, Macy's offers senior discounts, and try on a pair of jeans or a shirt that fits your current body. Ask a salesperson for help. They're trained to find flattering cuts. If mobility's an issue, online retailers like Amazon offer free returns. Donate old clothes to clear space for the new you. You'll feel lighter, and others will see your spark. Reflection. When did you last wear something that made you feel confident? How can you recapture that pride? Behavior 4. Dominating conversations. When wisdom overshadows listening. Your life is a tapestry of stories, careers built, children raised, storms weathered. You want to share, to guide, to pass on what you've learned. But sometimes that passion tips into interruption or long monologues. You start a story, then another, and 15 minutes later, no one else has spoken. A 2020 UCLA study found that balanced conversations, 50/50th speaking time, foster 40% stronger bonds than one-sided ones. You don't mean to silence others, you're eager to help, to teach. But when you dominate, people feel unseen. Your son might nod politely but share less about his life. Your friend might stop calling, tired of feeling like an audience. They won't say, "You talk too much." They'll just drift, leaving you wondering why the connection feels thin. This habit often hides a fear. If I don't speak, will I still matter? But your value isn't in how much you say, it's in how much you hear. A 2021 gerontology study showed that older adults who listen actively are rated as 50% more trustworthy by family. How to fix it? Try the 2-to-1 rule. Listen twice as long as you speak. Ask open-ended questions. What's been on your mind? Let pauses linger. If you catch yourself interrupting, smile and say, "Sorry, go on, I want to hear this." Your restraint will make others feel valued, and they'll seek your wisdom more. Reflection. Recall a time someone truly listened to you. How did it feel? You can give that gift to others. Behavior 5. Criticizing kids these days. A wall between generations. It starts with a sigh. A teenager's glued to their phone, and you mutter, "In my day we talked face to face." A young co-worker's career choice seems odd, and you think they don't get the real world. These thoughts slip out, maybe as a joke, but they land heavily. A 2024 Pew Research study found that 65% of Gen Z feel judged by older adults, leading to emotional distance. Your criticism feels like truth, but to younger ears, it's rejection. Your grandkids might stop sharing their dreams, fearing your dismissal. Your children might keep conversations shallow, bracing for a lecture. They love you, but they're guarding their hearts. This habit often masks longing for a world that felt simpler, for influence that feels slipping. But wisdom isn't proving the past was better, it's bridging then and now. A 2022 family relations study found that curious elders build 35% stronger ties with younger generations. How to fix it? Replace judgment with questions. Instead of, "Kids today are lazy," ask, "What's it like balancing school and tech?" Show interest in their world. Maybe watch a TikTok they love. You'll spark real connection, and they'll see you as an ally, not a critic. Comment 5 if you're ready to connect across generations. Behavior 6. Ignoring modern etiquette. Small missteps, big impact. You're in a cafe, phone blaring a video, no headphones, or standing close in line, 2 feet is the norm, per etiquette studies, unaware you're crowding someone. These seem minor, but they grate. A 2023 Emily Post Institute survey found 70% of Americans value public courtesy more than ever. Decades ago, loud chatter was shrugged off. Today, it feels disruptive. People won't correct you, they'll move away, avoid eye contact, or sigh quietly. It's not personal, but it builds a reputation. They don't notice others. This often stems from habit, not malice, but awareness is power. A 2021 Urban Studies study showed that spatial courtesy boosts social respect by 30%. How to fix it? Observe public behavior, keep your phone on silent, step aside in crowds, and maintain personal space. These small acts show you're present, considerate, and respected. Reflection: when have you felt frustrated by someone's unawareness? How can you avoid being that person? Behavior 7. Oversharing health woes, when pain overshadows joy. Aching joints, doctor visits. New pill sits real, and it's heavy. You share because it's your reality. But when every conversation circles back to health, it drains others. A 2022 Social Psychology Quarterly study found that excessive complaining cuts conversational engagement by 40%. Your loved ones care, but they feel helpless. Your grandkids might fidget, unsure how to respond. Your friends might nod but leave early, emotionally spent. They want to connect with you, not your medical chart. This habit often hides loneliness or a need for empathy, but balance is key. A 2023 Aging and Mental Health study showed that diverse conversations boost relational satisfaction by 25%. How to fix it? Share one health update, then pivot. But enough about me, what's new with you? Talk about a book, a memory, a bird outside. You're more than your ailments, and others crave that spark. Reflection: what's one joyful story you could share instead of a health complaint? Behavior 8. Clinging to outdated beliefs. Walls instead of windows. Your beliefs shaped you: hard work, tradition, clear rules. But when they harden into absolutes, that's just how it is, they alienate. A 2024 Gallup poll found 60% of younger adults value open-mindedness in elders over rigid views. Refusing to consider new ideas like evolving gender roles or tech's role feels like resistance, not wisdom. Your grandkids might avoid deep talks, fearing judgment. Your neighbors might sidestep you, sensing a closed mind. This often masks fear of irrelevance, of change, but your power lies in curiosity. A 2022 Journal of Gerontology study found that open elders are 45% more likely to be sought for advice. How to fix it? Say, "I never thought of it that way, tell me more." You don't have to agree, but listening builds trust. Stay a student of life, and others will admire your courage. Comment 8 if you're ready to stay curious. Behavior 9. Moving without awareness, blocking the flow of connection. As the years add up, your steps may slow a little more caution, a touch less steadiness. That's natural, a badge of a life well lived. But sometimes, without realizing, you might pause mid-aisle in a grocery store, 3 feet wide, per standard retail design, cart angled, blocking the way as you squint at a soup label. Or you stop abruptly on a busy sidewalk, lost in thought, oblivious to the stream of people swerving around you. Maybe you drift into someone's path while chatting with a friend, unaware you're clogging a crowded hallway. These moments seem small, insignificant even, but to others, their friction points to the obstacles that make their day just a bit harder. A 2021 study in Urban Studies found that spatial unawareness in public spaces increases social friction by 25%, particularly in busy environments like malls or airports. People don't snap at you, they're too polite, especially to an elder. Instead, they sigh quietly, step around you, or flash a quick, strained glance before moving on. Over time, these moments pile up, painting a picture. They're always in the way. Your kids might avoid shopping with you, not because they don't love you, but because they feel like they're managing you. Friends might hesitate to walk together, dreading the need to navigate around your unawareness. The distance grows, subtle but real, leaving you wondering why shared moments feel strained. This habit often stems from focus in your task, your thoughts, your balanceno from disregard. But in a world moving faster than ever, awareness is a currency of respect. A 2023 Journal of Social Behavior study showed that considerate movement in shared spaces boosts perceptions of thoughtfulness by 30%, especially for older adults. When you move with intention, you signal, "I see you, I value your space." It's a quiet act of dignity that resonates deeply. Think back to a time you felt frustrated, weaving through a crowded store only to be blocked by someone oblivious. You didn't confront them, but you felt the irritation, didn't you? Now imagine being on the other side, unintentionally causing that frustration. It's not your pace that's the issue. Slow is fine, even beautiful. It's the lack of awareness that creates the ripple. How to fix it? Start with mindfulness. Before you pause in a busy space, glance around at you in the flow of traffic. In a store, pull your cart to one side. 6 inches from the shelf is enough, per retail etiquette guides. On a sidewalk, step to the right if you need to stop, leaving 2 feet for others to pass. If you're unsure, watch how others navigate. Younger folks often model modern spatial norms. If balance is a concern, a lightweight cane, available for $20 at CVS, can steady you without sacrificing independence. These small shifts aren't about rushing or pretending you're 30 again. They're about moving with grace, showing the world you're still engaged, still considerate. Picture yourself gliding through a store, aware and poised, earning quiet nods of respect from strangers. Your family will notice. Too, your effort to stay present makes shared moments smoother, warmer, more joyful. You'll feel in control, not like a burden, and that confidence will shine through. Reflection: think of a time you moved through a space with ease and purpose. How can you bring that awareness to your daily steps? What small act of mindfulness can you try today? Behavior 10. Cracking outdated jokes. When humor builds walls. Your sense of humor has always been your spark, a quick wit that lit up rooms, eased tensions, and drew people close. But some jokes, the ones that got roars of laughter in the 80s, don't land the same today. That sarcastic jab about someone's background, a teasing remark about their appearance, or a quip leaning on old stereotypes, you might toss it out with a chuckle, saying, "I'm just messing with you." Or lighten up, it's a joke, but the laughter fades fast. Eyes drop. A polite smile masks discomfort. A 2023 study in the Journal of Social Issues found that humor targeting different sex, race, gender, lifestyle alienates 55% of younger listeners, especially Gen Z and millennials. The world has shifted. What once passed as playful now feels jarring, even disrespectful, in a culture that values inclusion and empathy. Your grandkids might fake a laugh but share less. Wary of the next barb, friends might pull back, not because they don't love your humor, but because it stings in ways they can't voice. They won't correct you, they'll just distance themselves, leaving you puzzled by their reserve. This habit often comes from habit, not malice. You're reaching for connection, leaning on the humor that worked for decades. But humor evolves, just like language or fashion. A 2022 Psychology Today article noted that self-deprecating or universal humor jokes about shared human quirks builds 40% stronger social bonds than humor that punches down. When you joke about your own forgetfulness or the absurdity of modern tech, people laugh with you, not at someone else. Think of a time you heard a joke that made you cringe, even if you smiled through it. You didn't speak up, but you felt the disconnect, didn't you? Now imagine being the one whose joke lands wrong, pushing away the very people you want to draw near. It's not about censoring yourself or losing your spark, it's about tuning your humor to today's ears, ensuring it lifts rather than stings. How to fix it? Before you tell a joke, pause. Ask, is this clever, or does it put someone down? Steer toward humor that's warm and inclusive. Laugh at your own quirks, like misplacing your glasses or wrestling with a smartphone. Try saying, I swear, this phone's smarter than me. Instead of poking at someone's choices, watch comedians like Ellen DeGeneres for inspiration. Her humor is kind, yet sharp. If you're unsure, test your joke on a trusted friend first. Your humor is a gift, a bridge to connection. When it's thoughtful, it invites laughter that binds, not divides. Picture a family dinner where your quip about your own tech struggles has everyone giggling, sharing their own stories. That's the power of humor that evolves, with you keeping you the heart of the room, not the edge. Reflection. What's a kind, funny story from your life you could share? How can you make someone laugh with you, not at someone else? Behavior 11. Acting helpless when you're not. Surrendering your strength. Aging brings real challenges. Tasks that once felt effortless now take more time, more care. That's okay. It's part of the journey. But sometimes, it's tempting to lean on others for things you can do. Programming the television, carrying a light bag, or texting a photo. You might say, I'll mess it up anyway, or can you just do it for me? At first, it feels harmless, a little convenience, a moment of ease. But when it becomes a habit, it shifts how others see you. A 2022 gerontology study found that perceived helplessness in older adults reduces family respect by 30%, fostering resentment over time. Your kids might smile and help, but inside, they feel like caretakers, not companions. Friends might tire of always stepping in, their patience thinning. They won't say, you're capable of this. They'll just pull back, their support tinged with frustration. This habit often hides fear of failing, of looking foolish, of not keeping up in a fast-moving world. A 2023 Journal of Aging Studies article noted that 60% of older adults who default to helplessness cite anxiety about technology or physical tasks as the root. But here's the truth. People admire effort, not perfection. Your daughter beams when you try to send a text, even if it's clumsy. Your neighbor respects you more when you carry your own groceries, even if it takes longer. Think of a time you watched someone give up too soon. It frustrated you, didn't it? Now imagine your loved ones feeling that, watching you hand over your strength. You're not helpless, you're still capable, still powerful. A 2021 Aging and Mental Health study found that older adults who tackle small tasks independently report 35% higher self-efficacy and stronger family bonds. How to fix it? Pick one small task this week. Learn to send a voice message. YouTube tutorials are free. Carry a 5-pound bag, or cook a simple recipe. If tech feels daunting, ask a grandchild to teach you one feature, framing it as a bonding moment. Say, show me how you text so fast. If physical tasks are tough, consult a physical therapist for safe exercises. Medicare often covers this. Celebrate each win, no matter how small. These efforts aren't about proving you're young, they're about proving you're you. Picture the pride in your son's eyes when you master a new skill, or the joy of a friend who sees you try. You'll feel empowered, and others will feel honored to help when you truly need it, not obligated by habit. Reflection. What's one task you've been avoiding that you could try? How would reclaiming it make you feel alive? Behavior 12. Needing to be right. Wisdom over winning. Your life is a treasure trove of experienced decades of hard choices, lessons learned, and truths earned. You've seen the world shift, and you know what works. But sometimes, that certainty turns into a need to be right. You correct a story at dinner, insisting, "That's not how it happened." You brush off a new idea with, "Trust me, I know better." You roll your eyes at a younger perspective, thinking, "They'll learn." It feels like standing your ground, but it's building a wall. A 2020 Stanford study found that rigid certainty in conversations cuts engagement by 45%. People don't argue, they stop sharing. Your grandkids might avoid deep talks, fearing you'll dismiss their views. Your friends might nod, but withhold their thoughts, tired of the debate. They're not rejecting your wisdom, they're exhausted by the need to win. This habit often stems from fear of losing authority in a world that feels unfamiliar, fear of fading relevance. But wisdom isn't about being right, it's about being open. A 2022 Journal of Social Psychology study found that elders who listen and reflect are 50% more likely to be sought for advice. When you say, "I see your point," you don't lose ground, you gain trust. Think of someone you admire. Chances are, they didn't dominate with answers. They listened, reflected, and offered insight with humility. Now imagine being that persona, one whose calm, open presence draws others in, not pushes them away. How to fix it? Practice letting go. Next time you feel the urge to correct, pause and say, "That's an interesting take, tell me more." If you disagree, offer your view gently. "I've always thought X, but I'm curious about Y." Join a discussion group. Local libraries often host them to practice balanced dialogue. Your openness will make people seek your voice, not avoid it. Picture a moment where your words spark connection, not competition. Your daughter shares a dream, and instead of correcting, you listen. She lights up, feeling seen. That's the power of wisdom that bends, not breaks. Reflection. When did listening deepen a bond for you? How can you create more of those moments? Final thoughts. Your light still shines. You've lived a life of courage, love, and lessons. These habits don't define you, they're just shadows you can sweep away. Reflect gently. Which struck a chord? Which will you shift? Aging well is about showing up with heart, grace, and a willingness to grow. Small changes, a kind word, a fresh shirt, a curious question can rekindle warmth, respect, and joy. You're not just aging, you're becoming. Step into today with the strength to connect, evolve, and shine. Call to action. Share in the comments an habit you'll change, or a story of growth in your golden years. Your voice inspires others. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more ways to live vibrantly. Let's keep this journey going. See you next time.